Welcome to another deep dive.
Oh.
We're going to be looking at The Calendar Killer today,
Ooh.
which is a 2024 film that a listener sent to us.
Okay.
And it's really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thriller,
Right.
but it's also got,
It's more than just a thriller, though.
yeah, it's got kind of a deeper,
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It dives into, like, morality.
yeah, and abuse.
Yeah, cyclical nature of abuse.
And vengeance.
Yeah, and it really, it doesn't offer any easy answers.
Right.
Like, it just throws you right into this morally ambiguous world
Yeah.
where it's like, is this person the hero or the villain?
Right.
Is this person the victim or the perpetrator?
Right.
Like, you don't know.
And it starts right away.
Yeah, right away.
Like from the first,
The first scene with
Exactly.
Clara, I mean, she's
she's the protagonist.
yeah, she's our protagonist.
And she's stuck between
Yeah.
this terrifying serial killer
Yeah.
and her abusive husband.
Right.
So it's like, how?
Like, what do
Yeah.
you do when you're
that.
stuck between two sources of terror like that?
Yeah. And it makes you really feel for her
I really do.
right away.
Especially that anniversary party scene
Oh my gosh.
where her husband drugs her and then
Exploits her.
exploits her. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, how?
It's awful.
It's awful.
It makes you think, how can somebody,
Find the strength
how can they find the strength to fight back
when they're just completely
when they're just totally powerless?
powerless. Yeah.
And then that's when we meet Jules.
Right.
And he seems like such a compassionate person.
Yeah. Like a good guy.
Yeah, like a good guy. He works at a call center
Yeah.
and he's like offering support to women in danger.
Right.
So at first he's like this beacon of hope.
Totally.
But as the movie goes on, you start to kind of wonder, like,
Yeah.
is he really who he says he is?
Is this all an act?
Is it genuine or
Right.
is it like a facade? I think the filmmakers did a really good job setting that up.
They did.
Like that question in your mind.
Yeah. Like, is he?
Is he good or is he bad?
Right. Right.
And then it's interesting too because
Well, yeah. Because
they draw these parallels
Yeah.
between Jules and Clara
Right.
because they both have been through abusive relationship.
Right. They both know what it's like.
So you automatically kind of empathize with him.
Yeah. You're like, oh, this poor guy.
Yeah.
He's been through it too.
He gets it.
Yeah.
He understands.
But that might be blinding you too.
Exactly.
Then you
What's
can-
really going on?
Wow.
It's misdirection.
It is misdirection.
Yeah, and it makes
It's like
you...
a magician.
It does, yeah. It makes you question, like,
Yeah.
who can you really trust?
Right.
Like, can you ever really trust appearances?
Like when Clara escapes from the party
Oh, yeah.
and she meets the guy dressed as Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It's like, is he
this guy?
going to be a good guy?
Right. Is he safe?
Is he bad?
Is he gonna hurt her?
You don't know.
It's so uneasy.
It is so uneasy. You're just on the edge of your seat.
The whole time.
And then bam,
Yeah.
Jules is the calendar killer.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Like, what?
Like, how did we not see that coming?
But if you think about it,
Yeah.
there are all those little clues throughout the film.
Right.
Like, what about the missing knife from his kitchen?
Oh, yeah.
And how did he react when Clara said she trusted the Santa Claus guy?
Right. He got all weird about it.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
It all makes sense in hindsight.
Yeah. Hindsight's 20/20.
It really is.
But during the movie, it's like, what?
Yeah, that's a
Who
clip.
is this guy?
Right.
And then there's that scene where we think somebody's breaking into Jules' house.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes it seem like,
Like they're both in danger.
yeah, like both Jules and Clara are in danger.
Right.
But then it turns out,
It's actually Clara's house.
yeah, and the intruder is just the babysitter who ends up getting
Tragically killed by Jules' father.
killed by Jules' father.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that was rough.
And it's like he was just trying to help.
Yeah, he thought he was protecting his son.
Yeah, protect his son. And he
And
accidentally
he ends up
contributing
contributing to this whole thing.
to the calendar killer.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it just shows you how complicated
Yeah.
everything is.
How, like, even good intentions
Yeah.
can have unintended consequences.
Yeah. Ripple effects.
Yeah. And it's like, can we ever really understand?
That's the question.
Yeah. Can we ever really understand?
Why people do the things they do.
Yeah. What motivates them?
Especially when those actions
Especially.
stem from trauma and revenge.
Well,
Like
yeah.
Jules,
Okay.
he became the calendar killer because,
He wants to target men who abuse their wives.
yeah, he wants to save other women
So it's
from suffering the same fate as his wife.
right. But is he a hero?
Or is he a murderer?
Yeah. Is he a vigilante or is he a villain?
Bammo.
I don't know. It's a tough question. It really is.
And the film doesn't give you an easy answer.
No,
It makes you think.
it does.
And that's what makes it so good.
Yeah. And I think that's a good place to wrap up part 1.
Yeah, let's take a break and come back
Come back for part 2.
to dive into this even deeper.
And we'll unpack all of the
Moral dilemmas.
dilemmas.
Yeah.
Awesome. See you soon.
See, yeah. Yeah, it really digs into those complexities.
Right, like, can good
Yeah.
intentions lead to bad?
Can they justify,
Yeah.
like, doing something horrible?
Yeah, I mean, Jules is
Yeah.
so consumed with grief
Yeah.
and trying to, like,
Yeah.
stop this from happening to anyone else.
Yeah, he wants to save other women from suffering. The
Yeah.
same fate as his wife.
But he ends up
Vince.
creating more violence.
He does.
Yeah.
It's really,
It's a cycle.
yeah, it's a cycle of violence.
It is.
Like, he can't escape it.
And it's interesting how the Santa Claus character
Oh, yeah.
plays into that.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
he's like,
He's supposed to be this pure good guy.
yeah, this symbol of like,
Yeah. Innocence and...
yeah, generosity and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But even he...
Even Santa causing harm.
Yeah.
Unintentionally, obviously.
Right.
But still, it's like...
It makes you think.
Yeah, it challenges our perceptions of good and evil.
Yeah.
Like, maybe those lines...
Aren't as clear as
Yeah, as we think.
we think.
That Santa Claus encounter
Yeah.
really is like a microcosm of the whole film.
The whole...
Yeah, like
Yes,
this tension between right and wrong.
Yeah. What...
And the film is constantly making us reevaluate.
Right. Like, wait a minute. Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy?
Yeah, who am I rooting for?
Yeah.
And why?
It's so clever.
It's really well done.
It is.
But it's not all about like
Yeah.
the philosophical questions.
Yeah.
It also really shows us
It shows the impact.
and the impact
And these choices.
on the characters.
Yeah, on the people.
Like Clara. Oh, Clara. Yeah,
She goes through so much.
she does.
But she's so strong.
Yeah, she's incredibly resilient.
Like, she's constantly underestimated.
Yeah, everyone thinks she's weak,
Yeah.
but she's not.
But she outsmarts everyone.
She does.
Like her husband
Yeah.
and Jules.
Yeah, the calendar killer.
It's amazing.
It really speaks to the power.
The power of the human spirit.
Yeah, to
That
survive.
Anything.
Yeah.
And it's not just physical strength.
No, it's mental and emotional too.
Yeah, she's tough.
Yeah.
Like when Jules tries to force her
Oh, yeah.
to kill her husband.
To kill her own husband.
Yeah.
In that final confrontation.
Yeah.
She refuses.
She says no.
She's like, I'm not going to do that.
And it's like...
That's such a powerful moment.
It is.
Because it shows the difference.
The difference between them.
Yeah, between Jules and Clara.
Right.
He's all about revenge.
Yeah.
He wants to make her husband pay.
Right. An eye for an eye.
Yeah. But she wants justice.
Real justice.
Yeah, she knows that killing him...
Isn't going to solve anything.
Yeah, it'll just create more violence.
It'll just continue that cycle.
Exactly.
She wants to break free
Yeah, she wants real change.
from that cycle.
Yeah, and she finds a way
It does.
to reclaim her agency.
Yeah.
And she brings her husband down,
Yeah.
but through legal means.
Yeah, like she exposes him
Yeah.
during that press conference.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like,
That's her moment
it is.
where she takes back her power.
Yeah, she's not just a survivor.
No, she's
yeah.
a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, she's taking charge.
She's not going to be silenced anymore.
And it's like a big F you
It
to
is.
like all those societal norms
Yeah.
that silence victims.
That tell women to just shut up and take it.
Yeah.
Like, she's not going to do that.
And it makes you think
Yeah.
how many other women
Are out there
going
through the same thing.
but they're not being heard.
You're too afraid to speak up.
Or they don't know how.
Yeah.
Or they think nobody will believe them.
Exactly.
It's heartbreaking.
It is.
And the film ends
Yeah.
with Clara
Yeah.
safe.
Safe and sound.
And her daughter is safe.
Yeah, she's protected her daughter.
But it's...
But it leaves you with this question.
yeah, what happens next?
Yeah, like, what about all those other women?
Yeah, is this really the end?
Like, Clara got her happy ending,
Yeah.
but what about everyone else?
It's not a fairy tale.
No, it's not.
Real life is messy.
Yeah, and it's not always that simple.
And I think that's what makes this film
So powerful.
so powerful.
Yeah. It doesn't pretend to have all the answers.
No, it just shows us.
It shows us the reality.
The reality.
And it makes us think.
Yeah, it challenges us.
It's about our own role
Yeah.
in all of this.
Like, what can we do
What can we do to help?
to make a difference?
Yeah, to stop this from happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
It sticks with you.
Like, even after the movie's over. Yeah, it's not just entertainment.
No,
It's like a wake-up call.
it is.
Like, these issues,
Yeah.
they're not just in movies, they're
Or-
real.
they're happening
Yeah, in our communities.
in our homes.
Yeah, maybe even closer than we realize.
And that's why this film
Yeah.
is so important.
It's a call to action.
It is.
Like, we can't just sit back
yeah.
and ignore this.
We have to do something.
Yeah, we have to be aware.
Be informed.
Educated.
Yeah. And most importantly,
Yeah.
like, we have to support survivors.
We have to listen to them.
Yeah.
Believe them.
And help them.
Yeah, and for anyone listening,
Yeah.
you have a role to play too.
You do.
Like maybe it's just educating yourself
Yeah.
about the signs of abuse, or maybe it's supporting organizations
Yeah.
that help survivors.
Yeah, like donating or volunteering.
Yeah, or even just having those tough conversations with
Ah.
your friends and family.
Like bringing it out into the open.
Yeah, raising awareness.
Yeah,
Because sometimes the smallest actions can make a huge difference.
that's true.
Just like in the film.
Yeah.
Remember Clara's decision?
To trust Santa Claus.
Yeah. Like that one little choice
Yeah.
had such huge ripple effects.
It did.
And it shows that we all have agency.
We all have the power
Yeah.
to make a difference.
To change things.
Yeah, for better or for worse.
Exactly.
So let's go back to that big question.
Yeah.
The one we've been talking about.
The whole time.
Yeah, can good intentions
Yeah.
justify extreme actions?
Like Jules thought he was doing the right thing.
Yeah, he was trying to save women.
Yeah, but his
This is
methods,
so messed up.
they were.
He created more violence.
Yeah. He became the very thing.
He's trying to fight.
Exactly.
But Clara,
Yeah.
she chose a different path.
Yeah. She didn't give in to that.
To that anger,
Yeah, that need for revenge.
she wanted real justice.
Yeah. And she went about it.
The right way.
Yeah, the legal way.
Even though it was harder,
Yeah. It took longer.
but it was the right thing to do.
It was.
And I think that's what this film is really trying to say.
Yeah.
Real change
Yeah.
takes time,
And it takes all of us.
working together.
Yeah, to create systemic solutions.
Yeah, not just individual acts.
Of vengeance.
Right.
Like, we have to change the system.
Yeah, not just punish the bad guys.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up our deep dive
Yeah.
into the calendar killer,
What are the key takeaways?
what do we want our listeners to remember?
Well, first of all, abuse is a complex issue.
It is.
And there's no easy fix.
Right.
But that doesn't mean we should give up.
No.
We have to keep talking about it.
Keep learning.
Yeah. And keep supporting survivors.
And remember,
Yeah.
you have a voice.
Use it.
Yeah. Speak up.
Speak out against injustice.
Support survivors.
Demand change.
Because we can make a difference if we work together.
Yeah. Together, we can break the cycle of abuse.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah. It's been a heavy one,
It has.
but an important one.
Definitely.
We hope you learned something.
And we hope it inspired you
Yeah.
to take action
To make a difference.
in the real world.
Yeah.
Until next time,
Keep exploring
keep questioning
and keep fighting for a better world.
for everyone.
Yeah.